What's up? I only got one of yous in here, but I'll say hi. Turn the camera off a little bit. There we go. So what's happening with you? I don't see no chats yet, but I am in Quinnipiac, Michigan, at a paper mill. And if you can't tell, they're beating the tar out of my trailer. It's kind of cool because it's the first place that I've ever had them. As soon as they locked me in, they ran about, I don't know, 550,000 gallons of water across the trailer to make sure it was watertight, I guess. And it's a 1.5 series trailer, so good luck with that. But apparently it did the job. So why do I look like Dreamy? I don't know what I did. I've turned on a thing apparently. There we go. So I don't know what you guys are doing. Are you guys that are in here already in the program? Are you Schneidering your rumps off? Are you still company? Are you just looking into getting in the game? Or do the people I have in here, are you guys already in the game? Just curious, so I know who I'm talking to and I can find out where I need to start. For me, this is the first $7,000 week I've had in many a months because I've been going home a lot more, and the market/economy's garbage. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what political party you support. It's BS what's going on right now, and you know it, regardless of what color you have and what letter beside your name. But it's $7,700, and I had to run my butt off to get it, and didn't do bad, but the rates are I wouldn't say they're horrible, but they are not what I was used to whenever I was really sacking, when I was sacking near 9K weeks here and there, mostly 8Ks and 7Ks until the weeks I went home, I was doing about 5, and the weeks unless I went out for a longer period of time, Schneider I see, now at home, Snuggle Bunny team. I like that name. That's pretty cool. For a solo guy doing 7,700 at Schneider sounds good, especially when you own your truck like I do. I'm not scared yet, but I'm at 598, 936 on the dial right now. Sorry, this has been a split shift for me today. It's not good. I don't like split shifts, but you got to do what you got to do to get the load there, right? $7,700. I started under load at the house. I left on Tuesday. I had picked up the previous week in Covington, Virginia, at the paper place down there. Sorry, I'll quit rubbing my eyes a minute. I swear, I might put my sunglasses on this time, because this ain't cutting it, folks. I don't even know what I did with my sunglasses. But anyway, we picked up in Covington, Virginia, and I sat at the house in Charleston, West Virginia area for a few days. And I ended up leaving on Tuesday. When I left on Tuesday, oh Lord have mercy, where did I go? I went all the way to Minnesota with that bad boy, and it was heavy. I think it was Minnesota. Yeah, it was. Anyway, I've been bouncing around Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. And it's been good to me. I always like coming up around the lakes. I did a real rural run up to Houghton, Michigan, and Negaunee, Michigan. And that's how I ended up in Quinnipiac. If I wouldn't have found this load before I booked that one that goes to those two UP towns, I wouldn't have come up here, because it's so far out of the way from everything. I mean, it should be the 51st state, or they should glue it to it's already attached to Wisconsin. They should just call it Wisconsin, but it's really pretty up there. I took some pictures of Superior and I took my 34 over there. So I'm actually starting this new week with fresh hours, even after that 7,700. So if you're in the game now, I don't know how long you've been in it, but if you're in the game now you know that fuel is stupid, and the discount we have on Schneider's fleet card is not that good. It's not bad when you hear a lot of cards give you 5 to 10 cents off of the pump price. When you start hearing things like 49.50 cents off a gallon, sounds good. There are other carriers I know that give you more, but it's hit or miss. I'm sure I haven't been with another carrier in this capacity yet to tell you, but I do know that the fuel card, I met a guy who was leased a Landstar. I don't know if he was special or not because he had his own trailer too, but he's leased a Landstar Ranger. He's out of California of all places, and his Landstar fuel card, and this was a month ago. I met him somewhere in between Fort Wayne and Valparaiso on 30 in Indiana. I stayed the night at a Walmart, and I met him there, and he showed me on his, he had a Love's. Sorry about that trailer. They're putting stock rolls of paper, which I hate hauling, but whatever. He showed me he had $3.81 a gallon is what he was going to pay like a month ago. And I was like, that makes Landstar not sound like it makes it sound like it's not such a lateral move. But is it across the board like that? I don't know. I still view that as a lateral move personally. So if you are coming into the game right now, you're going to be fine if you run hard, and if you are stupid about maintenance, spend a lot of money on maintenance. I would still recommend this. Like I said, I am just shy of 2 years being here. September the 4th will be 2 years. I own my truck outright cash. I'm looking at all time about $460,000. And that's also with, the learning curve and coming out, learn how to pick freight, the rates going up and down, the fuel discount being up and down, the truck and any issues I've had, which I haven't had anything major. I've not even had to replace the DPF filters yet. I'm sure that's coming. But they've been cooking down good, and that previous video I put up is a maintenance trick. I wouldn't say it's a trick, it's just a little do yourself a favor situation that should lengthen the life of your DPFs on a Freightliner Cascadia with that one box. I will not buy another Detroit until they redesign that, and I'm not even a big Detroit fan anyway. These things are thirsty, and they don't have any power, not at least the way Schneider's got it hooked up. But that doesn't mean don't do it for your first truck. I would do this same truck again too, 10 speed and all. I like having a little lever here. It keeps you awake whenever you're driving in the mountains, I guess, and it doesn't shift too much, winter driving and such. But it's been good to me. I would do this all over again, and having said that, I am changing carriers finally. I'm going to another outfit that's actually right behind Schneider's back door in Charlotte, called ELE Logistics. This is what's scary to me. They pay 85%, which is 20% better than here, as far as what their loads are. But they're not just a trucking company. Supposedly they're a broker with their own customers, and they actually from time to time put loads on Schneider's board. But I talked to, because they don't have enough guys to capacity. They got brand new trailers. They're going to give me one, and it's all going to be live load, live unload. And I know a lot of people ask me when they're talking about Schneider, if I get emails or whatever, is it drops and hooks or whatever? I'm like, yeah, you got some drops and hooks. And I used to think, oh man, I'd rather do drops and hooks. The money is with the live unloads and live loads to me, unless it's a Walmart or something. But those are hit or miss. And then they got their own headaches with those. So especially if you get a trailer that's in good shape, regardless of what the TA number is on the thing, if it's in great shape. I've been running into some trailers here and there that already got flat tires. People don't write it up, missing a mud flap, lights ain't working, hole in the roof or in the nose in one of the corners, stuff like that. I'd just rather have a trailer that works for me. And most customers, I mean, let's be real, unless you miss your appointment or, it's rare I run into one where you're in the dock for 5, 6, 7 hours. That doesn't happen very often. And as a truck driver, you can't run splits here at Schneider like that, but on the logbook, but you can still, it's 14 hours and you can only drive 11. So really, if you're pushing beyond 10, which I do all the time, but a lot of guys don't, it's your 10th hour and your 11, if you're against it, you better be looking for you better already have your plan to stop for today. At 12 hours when you're 14, same thing. To give yourself some time to figure out your problem. I can't tell you how many times I've been stupid, and I still do this a lot, where I'll run whatever clock I'm up against I run it to where I have 15 minutes left, and that's not smart because if anything happens, whatever. It's been a year and a half since I had a problem, like a legit problem where I messed up on the logs and I learned some tricks and whatever. So I've not had any problems legally or anything like that. But yeah, if you run that hard and you're that stupid about it, like I still am sometimes, that's what happens. So give me a thumbs up for honesty there. But at ELE Logistics, I have to give up. This is what's scary. I have to give up dispatching myself. I don't get to do that anymore. Not there. Now, this is just like Schneider was. It's the next rung in the ladder, so to speak. I will not stay there forever. The whole idea with me is to work my way towards my own authority. And this is basically, I'm going here to sack up some money. I need to put a new roof on my house. It's not like a massive leak, but I got to do some stuff to the house. I got to get my wife in a better car. And I'm doing enough to where I could do that, but it's pushing my timetable out too far. So I'm looking at moving that timetable in a little bit. I'm going to still run. Their bread and butter is between the Carolinas and Georgia and the Midwest. So as much as I got to pay tolls running that kind of deal, and I got my own Pre-Pass Plus coming too, and I put a $500 deposit. If I keep running that turnpike in West Virginia where I live, then I'm sure I'm going to have to up that deposit, but it's going to be fine. You know, I'm going to run that and get home more, and I'm still going to be able to make... I don't want to put words in the guy's mouth. He told me he was comfortable telling me 9 a week. He said he's got guys that can knock down 10 to 12. So it depends on how hard you run. And I said, well, nice to meet you. You're going to find out. So we'll see what their dispatchers will do and how close they'll work. A lot of that kind of depends on how they can work on their windows to close their windows up. You know, if you got to shut down early because your appointment for the next load is the next day, and that's fine too, because, you know, the way I run, I wear myself out. A lot of guys don't do that. There's some other guys, younger guys. I don't know if he still does it or not. There's that Stretch X guy. I guess he's been growing because he switched to Landstar. And a lot of guys, you know, they think of Landstar first. He went through Schneider, and just where he lives, it wasn't working out. And I know he went over there, and he's still doing his videos and doing breakdowns about your costs and stuff. And that's old news to me. I've tried to explain to guys, Big Rig CEO, a lot of guys before me, have tried to, I remember Thor did that too when he started, and he's in a dump truck locally now. But these guys all have, you know, done that math about figure out what your costs, and then everything that's left over belongs to your business, and then of course you take a share of that. So what are your costs if you really want to think about it? Let me see. I don't know if anybody else is even texting me. I guess I'm just talking. That's fine. I don't see any chats right now, so that's good. I'll keep talking until somebody asks a question. So what are your costs? Well, when you get into business, the first thing you have to do is you have to register with the federal government for an EIN number, and you got to do an LLC. Or you can't even get a truck. So you want to do those things, and the turnaround on that is usually pretty quick. The EIN number is instantaneous. The LLC number, the LLC formation, depending on what state you're at, it should be a quick turnaround. In West Virginia, I think I applied for an LLC on the 1st of August, and then August 17th, I got my letter in the mail stating I was legal to do business. It was registered up. So I did that. 17 days was my turnaround to get started. And then I had to come, and that cost me $125. Every year I got to pay that in West Virginia. Some states are different, whatever. So then I had to come up with $500 down. I told Nate I want at Nate Green at SFI. I said I want the truck that had the most warranty with the least amount of miles, the lowest lease payment every week, and I prefer a standard. That's what I said. I don't really care if it's a standard now looking back. I do like I said earlier, I like having my 10-speed. It's something to play with, and it makes you, it doesn't mean that you're a real driver if you have one, but it kind of does. Now I'm just playing. I just like it, for a young guy, I guess I'm old school. But, and it worked out, man. I put $500 down. I paid $900 a week, I think, with the maintenance. I kept stupid maintenance on this thing, and I ran wicked hard. And when I went home like I meant it. I would go home for a week, like a real week, like 6-7 days, and then I would come out and I'd run 2 weeks. Every once in a while, I'd get myself in a position where I couldn't get home for 3, and then I'd go home for 8-9 days. And every once in a while, because where I live, I would take an empty trailer, and then I would lock that empty trailer up, and then I'd bobtail to the house, and I'd back his truck in my driveway. I didn't have room on my one way in, one way out street to pull a trailer. But pulling pumpkin boxes never gave me a problem, man. I've made good money here. Change is scary, but coming out here to do this with Schneider was the scariest. That was the scariest. I've done that. I've been here 2 years. I've reached that echelon, in my opinion, where you can make good money. If you haven't done this, give Schneider a call. Even if you don't want to go to Schneider and you want to go to Landstar, or there's a myriad of places you can take a truck, as if I still recommend it, because that maintenance account that they make you hold, you're going to need it. And if you don't need it, there's your down payment to buy the truck off, to take some of the sting off of the buyout at the end. So, but I would definitely use it. You know what I mean? I would definitely go with SFI again, and I would do my business plan all over again. SFI and Schneider, and I know Schneider gets you on both sides of the coin, making money off of you doing that. But I also made more money than I ever made in my life. So what lens do you choose to look through? Do you choose to look, well, Schneider's raping me? It's like, dude, you're killing it compared to what you did with all your other jobs before, and you don't work for anybody else. So, like, if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. Like, I'm running a successful trucking business and bought my truck, you know what I mean, like outright, and I am 2 years in. I didn't fail my first year like most businesses, or 6 months like most trucking business, small startup trucking businesses. My business has a decent credit rating that is growing. I'm changing to my first carrier. I don't flip carriers. My CSA and all of that and my PSP are perfectly clean. MVR is perfectly clean. No tickets or nothing. No outstanding fines or anything like that. My taxes are paid up. I'm square with everybody, at least until the IRS puts these 87,000 other people in there. And I'm sure they'll find a hole. Somebody always finds something, but I'll take care of that when I get there. Like, this is the worst time to run a business, and I'm wildly successful beyond anything that I thought I would be able to do, even in the good economy. Whether you liked the previous administration or not, it was a lot. I made a lot more money under the previous administration, but I had to spend a lot more because I didn't own the truck. So honestly, I would still do this. This is still a good time to do it. If I still had that truck payment that I had then, now, I'd still be knocking down some money. A good bit of it. I really would. And you will too if you run hard, So having said that, going to ELE, I'm losing my ability to dispatch myself. But like I said, they're a broker who works with their customers directly, so hopefully I'll be able to pull more freight. This isn't about, it is about freedom to an extent, but right now it's about money. I've got a couple things I got to do for the vehicle and the house and whatever, and we're not check to check in this thing, but I want to shorten that timetable, because the next thing is get that credit score up, find another carrier to go learn the broker side of things when it gets a little bit better, and get my own trailer. I might go to the reefer game and go pull for somebody, one of my friends or something. I might, depending on how I feel about things, I might jump head first into my own authority. I don't know what I want to do. I know that with God's help, there's no other way that this could be the way it is. God's help, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just rambling to an extent, but I guess the main thing I'm trying to tell you guys is there's no perfect way to ensure your success other than hard work, perseverance, and if you're that person, faith. And you got to have your family backing. If you have a family, you're gonna do just fine if you come out here and work, man. Don't let sitting in truck stops and being lazy or being scared or neglecting maintenance cause you to fail. And if you're still sitting at home just wishing or living vicariously through a bunch of guys doing videos or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if that's how you're living, and you're just, well, man, I just wish I was that. I just wish, you know what I mean? I'm grown man. I'm 38 now. I was 36 then, and I was making $40,000 a year if I was lucky, working for the U.S. Mail Service. okay? Super, super lucky working for the mail service to make that much money. And I was a supervisor. That's not worth it, man. No overtime, no nothing. The benefits, they gave you your benefits package was paying you an extra. Sorry, I got to keep watching this light. This guy hasn't put a roll of paper on my trailer, and I can't tell you how long. It's stupid. But you know, I wasn't making no benefits for the family, the wife or the kids. I told her, if I can't do anything by August, and this was in March, if I can't do anything, what's up, Greg? How's it trucking? Right now it's trucking into dock in Quinnipiac, Michigan, dude. Sorry, guys, I gotta get a drink. I'm sitting here playing with the metal straw in this thing. I did a low country boil in my thing, guys, and I don't know why I do this to myself while I'm driving eating a bunch of Cajun food. It's going to be a long night. But get in the game if you're sitting at home, or stop watching the videos, man. Like, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to, y'all want to watch the videos? I mean, I got 4 people streaming, so I'm not counting on or looking for a whole bunch of people being a live stream. If you guys like it and it's helping you, that's the thing. If it's helping you, great. But I just, like, if you want to use this for what it's for, it's just a testament to what you can do if you just come out here and work hard, man. They're going to get, unless you are like horrible, they look at your driving record, whatever, and they're just like, we can't do business with you. You know, like I had another friend who wanted to come out here, and right before he decided he's going to do it, he got a ticket in Indiana. And he was going stupid fast, according to the trooper, and he swears to God, well, the trucks are governed, and there's no mountains in Indiana, so I don't know how I was going that fast anyway. Long story short, dude can't work here because he got a ticket. He can't get a truck with SFI or Schneider. One of the two of them won't work with him. I don't remember. But the point being, I would do all of this again. And the only reason I'm leaving now is because I'm trying to shorten my timetable to get in the next step, which is to own my own trailer and figure out what mode of transportation I want to do and get my own authority. Those are steps. I don't want to be tied to anybody. I want to pay my own insurance, which I know it's going to be stupid. Okay, I'm currently waiting on my Schneider. Let me see here. It's hard to keep these chats up. I don't know enough about this. Well, how do I even see them anymore? Live chat, all messages are visible. He said, somebody gonna have to teach me how to do this. I don't even know how to do it. He said, you put your deposit on the truck. I can't get your message back up, buddy. Let me see, top chats. Here we go. Currently waiting on a Schneider IC truck, put his deposit down and everything. You've definitely been a big inspiration. I appreciate your content. Hey man, that's the only reason I do it. That's the entire reason. I'm just another dude holding a wheel on the road, man. If I ever see somebody that I've helped out, thank you, like for watching and whatever. I don't get it. I'm not monetized on here. I have gotten, maybe in my entire Schneider deal, I may have received, and I have to go back, I don't want to lie to you, but maybe 10 referral bonuses for people coming over. Sometimes I'm sure they were already in the process when they caught my content, and Schneider's not going to go just give me money, trying to snipe a daggone referral bonus after they're already halfway through the process. That was never my goal. I just was like, I was sitting there and I was thinking, man, think of how stupid I've been. I've been driving since 2004. I'm not an old man. I'm not even 40. I've been driving since 2004. And I know a lot of old school older, don't do it. There's a headache. Well, I mean, like, then go work for somebody. Why are you an owner operator? I flipped the coin before I was 40, thank the Lord. And I just don't understand, man. I should have went back and done this years ago. Now, granted, sometimes you got to look at things and go, well, it wasn't meant to be back then. It's, all in man plans and God laughs, whatever. But I would do all of this over again. So, to you, King David 87, you're still doing the right thing, man. If you didn't hear, since I'm doing this live and just talking to, I guess you're the only one sending me messages right now. I don't know if people are still at work or whatever. I am leaving Schneider, as of the 1st, and I may do it on the 31st. I will have a load to Charlotte. I will drop. They're going to uninstall all their stuff. I'm leaving under good terms. I'm not burning any bridge. I've already talked to Vince, my BOA, and I can come back at any time if there's a problem at the next place. They like me, I like them. So this is a good crossroads. There's not a problem here. I'm just taking that next step in my journey. It's just about, in my opinion, as scary as the first journey, which was put your name on the line, start a company, deal with the government, with your taxes and getting an accountant. It's a whole nother style of living instead of just, if you want to wake up and throw shit together and brush your teeth and head in and punch somebody's clock and just get your wage where they hold your taxes and you get a refund at the end of the year if you're lucky, with the way things are going. And then you want to go home and just sit down and watch my YouTube videos. That's great. But, aren't you tired of that? I'm so tired. Just looking back and thinking about it 2 years ago. I was tired of that. And I worked with good people who were worth more than their weight in gold as far as I'm concerned. And they were making the same crap money that I was making. I just was like, hey, and you're talking to a guy who's got 5 kids at home, and I have one I pay child support for who lives in the state of Michigan. I live in West Virginia. That's rough. I never wanted to live my life like that, but guess what? I have to. And I'm doing better than I ever did, and I still pay child support. As a matter of fact, it comes out of my Gusto payroll every week, just like my employer would do it. You got to put in the work instead of playing on your phone before you go to sleep. Once you start filling out stuff on your state's website and figuring out how to do all these things. Gusto does all your payroll stuff for you, all the taxes. You need to pay your unemployment stuff. Listen, get on Schneider or whoever. How you doing, man? And that means I'm all set, so I got to go make some more money. If you guys want some more, I'll holler at you later. Until next time, keep her upright between the lines and between the mustard and the mayonnaise. You hear what I'm saying?